I watched every OJ movie.
Yo! Hey, I don't kill people. I used to walk on the wild side. Now, I just take a brisk walk. What's sweaty, bro?
Everyone's got unique parts.
His character's name is Buttcut.
I'm an organization of one, but I try to stay away from hard alcohol.
What's this one about?
It's got to do with race relations.
I'm here with Jake Obb, also known as J.O. He's my J.O. buddy, a movie critic who does not watch movies.
I don't have time for that. I go by Buzz.
So I tell this guy what the movie's about, and he will review it for us.
You feed me the Buzz feed, if you will, and I spit out a review.
I'm waiting.
I know, I should probably copyright that.
Patent that.
You know, there's that new thing, the internet. Maybe I should buy the domain name.
Internet, that's for pedophiles. I've got all the files you asked for.
One
for you.
glove.
Near the crime scene.
Passport.
The OJ Chase was 30 years ago today, in a week when this airs.
Okay.
David Zucker. Do you know David Zucker? The Zucker brothers with the Naked Gun, Top Secret, Airplane. His acting was a lot like his murdering. He got away with it, but no one believed him.
Damn.
Hey, I don't kill people.
Anyway, now that OJ's dead, we can make this video. He won't loosen my juice.
Ah.
I was afraid of my juice being loosened.
Loose juice, as they call it.
Don't actually know much about OJ. I've garnered from you that he was a very successful football player. American football player, the bastard version of football. The slowest, least entertaining form of football. Requires the least amount of skill to play and coach. And the least number of brain cells to be a fan of. So he played that football.
Terrific.
He was a rusher, receiver?
A rusher. Yes, he was a rusher. What team did he play for?
I think the 49ers.
At the end, he played for the 49ers. For the most part, he played for the Buffalo Bills.
Ah. Is that back when they were good?
No. When he retired, second most rushing yards all time behind Jim Brown. He also set the record for rushing yards in a season. He went over 2,000 yards in a season.
Now, Jim Brown, there's a former football player turned actor.
Who can act? He's in Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Maybe you think I should have let those cracker bastards go right ahead and castrate me.
I'm offering you an alternative, which means you can keep on fighting.
Also, one time at work, we got into Playgirl with him in it.
Wiener? Big wiener?
I expected just butt and like tastefully hidden dong. No, full on Jim Brown dong.
Jim Brown dong is out there. Do
Yeah,
you have that still, or you just saw that? No.
Oh, I just had it at work.
So you were at work looking at Jim Brown's penis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So let's talk about Mr. OJ. He was in 13 films. I'm cutting out cameos, and he's man at bar and shit like that. So like real movies he was in. He was in an episode of The Name of the Game as gas chamber prison guard.
Damn.
His first film, it's called The Dream of Hamish Mose, which sounds like something from The Office. Written and directed by Cameron Mitchell.
All right, close the fucking doors. I don't want to be shot in my back.
Oh.
You know, shut the damn door. You shut the goddamn door. You know, Cameron Mitchell.
Will you close the fucking doors? Tight!
This film has never been released. There's no footage of it available.
What if it's one of those movies that was lost in like those studio fires or something?
I mean, it was lost at the time. So. The plot is a parable of the story of Christ from the Bible, consisting of a team of Civil War Buffalo soldiers, a former Confederate captain, Cameron Mitchell, lost near the Mexican border, locating a comrade named Hamish Mose, who had been hanged and left for dead, to be rescued by a Mexican bandit. OJ Simpson's name is not listed anywhere in this plot. I don't know what he does. But Cameron Mitchell went bankrupt from a divorce, was forced to shelve the project.
Oh.
So that's why.
Close that fucking door! Get your fucking head shot off!
An episode of Here's Lucy, as himself.
Oh, hello,
Did you forget something?
We get to the first film, finally. We've been talking for a long time. Cops can't catch us.
I think we lost them in that Taco Bell drive-thru.
The Taco Bell drive-thru. You know, it took a while to get their extra sauce. His first, OJ's film roll. Ready? It's from a 1973 film called Why?
How many exclamation points? Or question marks?
Just a question mark.
Just a question mark.
One question mark. Which I wrote, what is this, the Breakfast Club? Premise is we're at a retreat for therapy, and there's like a therapy group session leader guy. They're credited on IMDb as like the athlete, drug user, musician whose band just broke up. It played by Tim Buckley.
Oh.
Spoiled rich girl, I was like, it's like a fucking Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
He's credited as the athlete.
The athlete.
But he has a name. His name is Bud. Like, they have names.
716, I'm tired of saying it.
716 what, bitches?
Oh.
They just set a camera, a wide shot, and there's sort of improving some therapy. It's very like hippy-dippy bullshit. They like role play. Like, tell me about a time when you felt really mad.
Honey, could you cool the verbiage? I mean,
Sorry,
could you?
I didn't mean to.
She touched me, man. I don't know where she gets her goddamn nerve from to touch me.
There's a young single mother of a black child. Her bigoted mother hates that she had sex with a black man.
I mean, I thought from the way you spoke that it was deformed or something.
Yeah, well, it is to her.
Oh.
There's a pathological liar lady character who pretends to be a teacher. There's a rich spoiled brat girl who is pregnant and addicted to heroin.
Ooh,
So she's
heroin
talking about,
baby.
like, a time when I was mad, and it was like, my dad bought me this Porsche 912.
So I said, okay, get me a 911S. He got me a 912, used. I mean, I might as well be driving some goddamn Mustang or Volkswagen.
I was like, what a spoiled bitch. But then it's just like, oh, also she's on heroin.
Well, that explains a lot of
And
bad
pregnant.
behavior.
And then there's like the twist. Near the end, we find out
it's his baby.
She's still on heroin. There's a guy who's gay, and he's dealing with that. He reminded me of Bud Cort.
I really dig being pregnant now. I'm into my body and its changes, and it's beautiful.
So anyway, OJ talks about how his dad played football and is real conservative. I think there's something about like black power. And his dad's like, no, just do whatever the white coach tells you. During the film, I sang a song I made up called Tedious Crap. Tedious crap, this is tedious crap. That's
I
the song
can't draw. Can you draw?
No. A lot of gold shag carpet.
Hey, that's good carpet.
Long wide shots. It looks like a TV. It looks just like TV cameras, not film. And then I found out later it was like an experiment in using TV cameras to make a movie.
It makes me feel like a murderer, man.
And then later I found out it's unreleased. It's like, God damn it, I didn't need to watch this then. It's unreleased. Fuck. There's something about a black glove.
One of the guys who did this black glove thing, you know, he was rapping. I'm telling you, man.
Whoa,
So that's in there, black glove.
prescient.
The lady who had a half black baby, her mother called her half black baby deformed. Tim Buckley, musician whose band broke up and he's upset about it. At some point, he says his dad tried to make an army in Mexico, but just very nonchalant about it. And I was like, wait, what? His dad went to Mexico to make an army? At one point, someone says to OJ, talk louder. It's like someone off screen, talk louder. And I was like, is that an acting note mid-scene? They just left it in?
I was getting ready for my first Pop Warner League season.
Could you talk just a little bit louder?
I was, getting ready for my first Pop Warner League season.
30 minutes in, they start watching a video of their previous session of like therapy,
Wow.
which we have already seen.
What a way to pad for time.
So we're like watching them watch part of the movie.
Please let me die. Please let me die.
Part of the reason Tim Buckley's band broke up is because they found out a dude in the band was gay, and they like couldn't handle it. Like, we don't know how to interact with him now.
My mother spit at me for my 18th birthday.
It's a better present than I got.
He's the athlete. He's playing a football player.
Oh, he's basically just playing himself.
And then at this point, he's like, when I turned 18, I decided to go to USC. And it's like, OJ did go to USC, but not when he was 18. He went to City College of San Francisco for 2 years first. I was like, so it's not exactly his life. We're really changing details. Somebody uses the F word.
The bad one?
Yes.
Yeah, the bad one.
Not no kid in the ghetto looking up to the white queen or a fag, a straight guy, a regular guy. Can you hear all that?
Sticks and stones beat the shit out of me. Somebody said. And it ends with them doing this, like, sit really close face to face with this person you've bonded with, and they, like, rub each other's faces. And it's like, this is a very 70s weird hippie. So that was why.
What's your reaction, bud?
I think she's full of shit.
You tell her?
Joe, I think you're full of shit. You're always talking about
This kid's gonna be deformed because you got me shooting up again.
Oh, you're such a comedian.
I'm J.O., and this is my show, Going Attractions.
Not on the movies. My J.O. buddy's here to give a J.O. rating on why.
-1, bloody gloves.
Do you have a good bad score?
Bloody glove up a butt.
Yeah. So how many is that?
-1, bloody gloves.
You could write it down.
Thumbs up.
A good number, a good bad watch, party watch number.
A -1.
And a juice. How good was OJ? So you're giving a -1 for a good bad watch?
Yeah, this doesn't sound like any fun.
What is it that you want?
Just do group therapy instead of watching this movie. It'll be better for everyone involved.
Watch The Breakfast Club.
Why would anyone watch this garbage?
Oh, we gotta do Kill Fuck Mary. I said Mary, because he's in therapy. A dude who goes to therapy? Yeah, Mary.
When I'm a little angry or have a little too much stress, I have a little trick. I sit down, take some deep breaths, and I think of Mount St. Helena.
I'm just gonna fuck this, OJ.
There's not gonna be a lot of Marys on this list. I'd go with Mary.
Maybe I'm not the marrying type.
Well, then you're just playing Kill Fuck.
Yeah.
That's not a game.
I'll leave a bloody wake behind
I'm gonna
me.
marry this, OJ.
Like you've been smoking some grass or something. You know, a weed, sniffing a little coke.
Oh, it's getting interesting.
Did you know that the OJ trial invented the N-word?
You see, you keep saying trial. You said he was in a bunch of movies, and then he just kind of stopped doing movies.
No one knows
why. Looked like his career was about to take off.
It's a big mystery.
And all of a sudden, he just stopped doing movies.
Well, he was in some sort of court case, minor thing, no one really remembers. But in that, they were talking about the N-word, and they used the N-word to talk about it, and no one had really done that before.
Before that, people just said it.
They just said it. Even if they were like, that's a bad word, they would just say it. The Kardashians are OJ's fault.
That is true, yeah.
Because of this little-known court case.
So, on the list of worst things he did...
Kardashians.
Speaking of backs, OJ.
When the juice got loose, 95 million people watched.
I feel like they just had to watch.
They cut into the NBA Finals to show it. It was described as, quote, the most famous ride on American shores since Paul Revere.
Wow.
It's a big deal. It's like, imagine if Travis Kelce murdered Taylor Swift.
That would be
It was
so
that
much...
big of a deal. I saw Ben Stein, there's a clip of Ben Stein saying it's as big a deal as if JFK had murdered Jackie Kennedy. And I'm like, but it's Nicole Brown. Like, she's not famous. Like, how can it be that big if she's not famous? And it's like, It kind of was that big. Next, film number 2. It's called The Klansman. 1974. It's on Tubi. Race exploitation. It feels like a movie Quentin Tarantino would remake, like a Django Unchained kind of a thing.
It's got to do with race relations.
OJ plays Garth, and this rich liberal guy with land invites agitators.
Want a bunch of agitators, whores, punks, scum, atheists, perverts, all controlled by the communists, coming in here bothering our neighbors.
Lee Marvin's the sheriff, who's supposed to be, I think, like a little bit woke. There's the KKK, including Cameron Mitchell, who's the, deputy.
Will you close the fucking doors? Tight!
Lee Marvin's basically the main character, and he's constantly being threatened with, let us lynch him, or otherwise we're going to run somebody against you. You'll be sheriff. Meanwhile, there's, black people that are like, this is a black majority county. Yeah. We're going to run a black guy against... everyone is mad at him.
No.
Film opens on a white lady, Nancy Poteet, so it goes, is raped by a black man. We get a phone call. There's a red phone. They're like, okay. And I was like, what is this red phone? This is the rape hotline. Nancy Poteet was raped.
Hello. Nancy Poteet's done been raped.
What? And they're just like, oh yeah, we know who did it. We're like, what? How do you know? And they're just going to arrest random black man at the pool hall. OJ is there. He's friends with him. They're playing pool together. And so Lee Marvin shows up to arrest the black guy before the KKK gets there to lynch him.
You better jump in the back, boy.
We want him, Trent.
Sheriff, damn it, be reasonable.
Don't dispute us, Mr. Baskin. We're just trying to save the county the cost of a trial.
I know what you're trying to do now. If you boys will just back off and let me do my elected duty.
So the KKK is real worked up. They're like, we're ready to go. So let's just grab any random black guys. OJ and another black dude are buddies. They leave this bar, and the KKK comes after them in trucks.
Full hoods.
I don't remember if they're in full regalia.
You don't remember if they're in full hoods?
They are at points in the film. I forget if at this point they are. Oh, I forgot the mayor is the Big Lebowski.
Perverts!
OJ gets away and watches from the trees, I think. as they catch his friend and castrate him.
Oof.
And then kill him with a shotgun.
Jeez.
So from this point on, OJ is in KKK murdering mode.
And this guy came up to us 2 nights ago and says, "Man, Juice, I saw you in this movie, and man, you were the bad guy. You were killing all of these guys." I said, "I wasn't a bad guy. I was killing all these Klansmen." He said, "Here, you were the bad guy."
Yikes!
Yeah.
Lee Marvin lets a dude out of jail who like beat his wife because he's like, I straightened things out with her.
Oh.
I was like, he's not that woke.
Well, you give your wife one hell of a nosebleed.
You fixed it with my wife?
You can go home now.
You ain't no anti-Tom handkerchief head, but not up to your tight little butt.
Constant tonight? You big deal, huh?
Shoots him.
Nice. Yeah, they seem like a easy to infiltrate group.
You just put the hood on.
They have like very low entry qualifications.
So the mayor is complaining that this liberal rich guy is bringing in these instigators that are trying to register black people to vote, and the liberal people are mad, and they're like trying to make it like big news story. And so the KKK is like, how do we get these liberals to leave? Which uppity... It can't be on TV, so we gotta do stuff
bad.
like
that would make us look bad.
Right, so we'll like rape somebody to like shut them up, things like that.
You mean some kind of torture?
Sorta.
Cameron Mitchell, who's the like racist KKK, but he's the deputy. His character's name is Buttcut.
Buttcut?
Buttcutt.
Buttcut
Cates.
Well,
they call him Buttcut.
There ain't nothing old lightning rod can do that old Buttcut can't do better.
Let's get her out of the truck.
Also, so the lady, Nancy Pote, gets raped at the beginning, right? She then recovers. She goes to church. And the church people are like shaming her and pissed at her because they...
For getting raped.
You shouldn't be like going around like, I'm over it. And I have a quote here. If she ain't dead from rape, she ought to suicide herself.
Damn. Why does anyone live in this town?
Yes, exactly.
This is disgusting.
Get out.
Shame. Phil, how can you push yourselves on these good Christian folks after being in that nig?
If you have any Christian decency in you, you will leave.
I'm waiting. Come next election, you're going to be flat out on your...
So what are you going to put in? Buttcut?
The mayor, Big Lebowski, is complaining that they have to like keep the black people happy because otherwise they join the army. And if they join the army, they leave. Town doesn't have its cheap labor.
Yeah.
And
they also come back knowing how to use guns.
Well, he describes...
Then they go to Germany for 2 years and become ski instructors.
I don't know. Germany's full of black Mississippi ski instructors. So 43 minutes into the film, we're at a funeral for KKK member that OJ killed. OJ shows up and snipes at them during the funeral.
Nice.
OJ Snipes could be a good acting name.
Yeah, I feel like Wesley Snipes would sell his last name to help get himself out of his
for
financial
tax purposes.
hole. Yeah. Oh, car explosions.
Yes. And then it's very obvious that there's still a person in the hearse because it's like rolls into the street, but then somebody hits the brakes. So it doesn't roll like too far. It's like, okay. Now we're at a rally, like downtown.
Okay.
Some sort of rally. OJ starts sniping at the KKK people at the rally, and now we got all these people shooting back and forth.
Here's the thing. They probably could have done a much more interesting scene where he knows where the rally's going to be. Why doesn't he set up booby traps and bombs? And...
No, you just cut to him at a different, just doing this, and then you cut back and there's people just doing this.
Why don't you stomp your foot and chase those black dogs? All right, then stay out of our way and let us do it.
But he gets away. How do you get away?
Well, he could have just pulled a Lee Harvey Oswald and left the gun on a lower floor and walked home.
He pulls the run across train tracks. Train comes by. And they're like, oh, he's on the other side of the train. And then we pulled this maneuver where you get in a car and you're driving.
Buttcut and those clucks is watching you get raped.
keep driving.
The classic backseat pop-up. You didn't see the guy in the backseat of the car when you got in?
I feel like car back seats used to be bigger, so...
Cars have gotten bigger. They
No.
used to be smaller.
Back in the day, sedans and stuff were bigger.
Giant Cadillacs and stuff.
Sensible
Anamorphic.
cars are smaller, whereas dumbass cars have gotten bigger.
Speaking of Cybertruck, maybe we should rent a Cybertruck.
You can just rent them?
We could do an OJ Chase and a Cybertruck.
How much is the insurance on one?
Let me out of here.
What do you want with all your killing?
Same damn thing you want with all your marching. Only history proves my way works. I'm an organization of one.
So there's a lady who is, I think she's one of the people that's come in to register black people to vote.
Okay.
She's friends with the liberal, I think. And the KKK grabs her up, and they're like, what do? We got to do something to her, but it can't be on TV. So it's got to be, like, invisible. So Cameron Mitchell rapes her.
Yikes!
Lee Marvin shows up, and she's like, take me to the hospital. And he's like, I'll take you to the hospital if you say a black guy did it. What the fuck? Like,
Wow,
he was
he
the
turned-
one trying to keep the peace.
It sounds like you turned heel.
Because if she says this KKK dude, who is also a cop, rapes her, that's going to be a bigger story. She's like, just say it was a black guy and it'll diffuse this. But still, this isn't fun. There are scenes where it's like, shootout, and OJ's sniping KKK members at a funeral for a KKK member he killed. It's like, this could be fun. And then we do this. We have a revelation. Willie, the guy who was arrested for rape, the original, he didn't do it, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Because they never had any... they're like, I bet he did it. But why? How do we find out?
Did he lose his dick in the war?
Oh, interesting.
How bad do you boys want Willie? I mean, bad enough to shoot me. Now, that wouldn't look very good on network TV, would it?
Willie Washington never raped Nancy Poteet. Willie was with me.
You let him fire!
Oh, switcheroo, consensual sex.
He was having consensual sex with a KKK or a cop or both's wife. So they beat the shit out of her. The Klan then kills the rich guy's dog. The rich guy, by the way, is Richard Burton. Richard Burton beats the shit out of Cameron Mitchell. Two very drunk men have a fist fight. They're very drunk in real life.
The physical touch of a Negro is pollution. And
God, come on! No, it's going to take a better man than me to unscramble this omelet.
So anyway, we're like, all right, how do we end this? The KKK goes to the rich guy's property, his anti-slavery mansion. Lee Marvin is there. OJ is there in the trees.
With a sniper rifle.
And we just cut back and forth between like KKK hooded. They come in carrying burning crosses. They're gonna burn the mansion.
Oh, they come in parade dress.
Yeah. Everyone shoots back and forth. Everyone gets shot. Glossed over the fact that Lee Marvin has figured out OJ is like the sniper, but it's not arresting him.
He's like, actually, you're doing a little bit of work for me.
Once this all is over, I'll arrest you. You better leave town or some shit like that. He points a gun at OJ during this. Like, you're like, aren't you sort of allies now? And they're like, never mind. All right, let's keep shooting the Klan.
Butt cut cakes! I am charging you with the assault and rape of Loretta Sykes! And I'm charging the rest of you!
Quote, "Oh God, I'm dead," a guy says as OJ stands over him with a gun. Oh God, I'm dead.
Oh God, I'm dead!
No, not yet.
Cameron Mitchell shoots Lee Marvin. Everybody gets shot by everybody else. I think OJ gets away, and half of them are shot but live, and it's like dark, and, you know. That's the Klansman. I have rape counter 3, 1 dead dog, 1 castration, 1 funeral sniping.
Okay.
Charles Champlin of the LA Times said, "One of those sleazy, exploitative, incompetent pieces of motion picture waste, which makes you suddenly unsure that film reviewing is a fit occupation for a grown man."
It certainly isn't, I can tell you that much.
Film reviewing's not a real...
Yeah.
That's why I'm...
Tell me about it.
The JO system, Vincent Canby of the New York Times, quote, "so lovingly depicting the horrors that one comes to suspect their motives." According to Richard Burton, he bumped into Lee Marvin at a party, and the host said, "Oh, of course you two know each other." But both were so drunk during the filming, neither of them remembered making it. Shortly after filming ended, Richard Burton was hospitalized for alcoholism. At the time he was drinking 2 to 3 bottles of vodka a day. He later claimed doctors told him he would have died within weeks if he had continued drinking that heavily. He was considered surprisingly fit for a man who smoked 60 cigarettes a day, did no exercise other than swimming, which is exercise, and claimed to have drunk alcohol every day of his life since he was 14. During Richard Burton's death scene, I guess he died, he was lying on the set when the director said that the makeup artist had prepared him really well for the scene, except they hadn't done any makeup.
So they rushed him to the hospital.
He just looked like he was dying. Lee Marvin was so unsatisfied, he called it the Klansman.
Ooh, damn, he took my review pun.
You can't do that one now.
Son of a bitch.
I also have noted that Breck drives his Ford Bronco with the gear shift in park.
Well, there's not much use driving on 3,000 acres that grows nothing about.
Having not seen the film,
so I'm going to give it 3 bloody gloved thumbs up, 0 bloody gloved thumbs up a butt, because it doesn't sound like you want to watch this in mixed company at all. 3 juice is loose.
What's the scale? Up to what?
Infinity.
Infinity, all right.
Yeah.
I feel you need to swap the top 2 numbers. As a good movie, it's awful. As a fun, bad movie?
You said to watch with company. Friends.
Party watch.
Party watch. This does not sound like a party watch.
Okay, as a good, bad movie to watch and make fun of?
So she says red-eye gravy on your grits. I thought she was offering me a shot of...
Oh.
But not up to your tight little butt. Scum, atheists, perverts, coming in here bothering our neighbors.
I'm waiting.
I would switch those numbers.
Nobody's going to come back to your parties after that.
Just because someone says some words.
If she ain't dead from rape, she ought to suicide herself.
And then kill, fuck, marry. This is for me, clearly a fuck. Dude, his hobby is sniping KKK members. It sounds like it'd be fun to spend a weekend with.
No, I'm going to marry this OJ. I'll be home cooking dinner. He'll come in the door, throw his sniper rifle on the couch. Hey, honey, how many Klansmen did you kill today?
He's going to be dead in a week.
I don't know, that rich guy sounds like he died. Maybe we'll just move in this big old plantation mansion.
Think it gets burned down?
Oh.
I forgot.
Oh, God, I'm dead!
Thanks, OJ. Do you remember where you were when the OJ chase happened?
No, I don't think so.
I remember where I was. I was watching a VHS tape we rented of The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin.
I always bring that movie up and nobody knows what I'm talking about.
It's great. Macaulay Culkin's just like, I'm creepy. I'm the creepy bad kid. We turned it off and it was the OJ chase on every fucking channel.
It's like one of those few movies that has the guts to kill a kid.
It does.
Just like OJ would.
They broke into every fucking channel for that.
I think I remember that it was just like on TV like all day.
And now making his left turn westbound on Sunset.
All right, he must have gone right by you, Eric.
Well, he hasn't. We're staying ahead of it. We're going to his mansion.
Anyway, the next film is The Towering Inferno.
Oh, I've seen this one a long time ago.
So
refresh my memory.
So we can't review it. I wrote it's boring melodrama Titanic in the sky.
Or Poseidon Adventure Vertical.
Well, it's I think the same writer, maybe director as the Poseidon Adventure.
The book might even be by the same person. Aren't they
it's
both
based on 2 different books.
Oh, okay.
Both based on the idea that the World Trade Center exists.
Yeah.
And they're like, what if that building caught fire? The book, the movie. And then it did, and twice. OJ plays Jernigan.
Jernigan.
He's security guard man.
Is he a Jernigan Christian?
What? There's a fire? Okay. He's just generic security guard man.
Say, Bill.
There's no fire.
Well, the sensor indicates there is.
Steve McQueen is the firefighter and Paul Newman as the super cool architect man.
I have ideas, Doug. I can do something with it, something that hasn't been done before.
Did you ever see Last Tango in Paris?
Robert Wagner, who did not kill his wife, Natalie Wood.
Yeah.
Did not. Definitely.
James Woods definitely did it.
James Woods?
Yeah.
Killed Natalie Wood? Natalie Wood fell off a boat near Catalina Island.
Fell, yeah.
And Robert Wagner's like, I don't know, I was asleep. Anyway, Fred Astaire, Faye Dunaway, and William Holden are all in there. The screenplay is by Sterling Silliphant, who also wrote Over the Top and The Poseidon Adventure and In the Heat of the Night. But Over the Top.
Yeah.
Good luck to all of you. Over here we have Clay Cobb.
I just try to take my hat and I turn it around.
and it's like a switch. I feel like another person. I feel like a...
So much fire and so little smoke.
And what does that got to do with anything?
It's like, all these little fires is just like perfectly clear. Like, what? The tower is being opened. It's the grand opening.
Yeah.
These wires aren't the amount of wire that was supposed to be there. They're gonna catch fire. These bad wires. And there's a billionaire guy who like had it built, and he's like, I skimped on some things because you gotta skimp on some stuff.
Yeah, nobody becomes a billionaire by
It's fine.
following all the rules.
We've got sprinklers. It'll be fine.
Do you know we haven't even finished installing the safety equipment? The party should have been put off for at least another month.
Now hold it, Will. Hold it.
Party? What party? Where?
Well, why didn't you get him the hell out of there? Why don't you go on upstairs and talk to Duncan? He ain't exactly listening to me.
Oh, now, just how bad is it?
It's a fire, mister, and all fires are bad.
It seems that we have a small fire.
Paul Newman's like, I'm the architect and you didn't follow my plans. And then Steve McQueen has to put out fires. There's helicopters. They shoot harpoons. They got like trying to get people out.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring. It's like so long.
It's very
really
long.
What?
Oh my God!
We are going next.
There's a lot of like, these people are gonna sneak away to go have sex. That happens like 3 different times. Like 3 different sets of characters. They're like, well, no one knows we're here because we stuck away to have sex.
I'll take the bag.
And then the fire gets them and they have to like jump out the window. Anyway, a lot of melodrama.
It's a lesson to the kids out there. Don't have sex. You will get burned.
Or stabbed.
Or stabbed.
Through the bed.
Well, what a surprise.
It's Jurassic Park, where you like skimped on a thing.
Yeah, with fire instead.
But it's fire and not dinosaurs.
I don't believe that you're familiar with the many modern safety systems we have designed into this building. We've got them all.
If that fire was caused by fluky wiring in this building, we could get fires breaking out everywhere.
Doug, I think you're overreacting.
Oh, God, I'm dead.
So that's all I've got on the Towering Inferno. What did you think of that?
I'm gonna give
on
it
the JO system.
3 bloody glove thumbs up, 3 bloody glove thumbs up a butt, because you can watch this with friends over and throw some jokes around at it. But 0 juice is loose because
Very tight juice.
What?
Because he's just like, I'm a security guard.
I'm just relaying information.
What's that? Oh, we got people up there. I feel like thumb up butt number is too high. I think the movie is too long and boring.
Well, yeah, you're talking over it most of the time, so.
Could be an hour shorter. Kill, fuck, marry.
Kill that OJ.
That's a marry. He's just like security guard man. That's a reliable security guard man. That's a marry.
I'm gonna put him out of his misery.
Anyway, we interrupt this broadcast.
Your parties just don't go long enough.
Party? What party? Where?
We've got some sort of breaking news we need to cut to. Here's some OJ facts. Did you know that OJ Simpson's dad was a well-known drag queen? In July 2002, OJ Simpson was arrested in Miami for speeding on a boat through a manatee protection zone. He got ticketed.
Too fast.
That's how you know.
Too manatee.
That's when I was like, okay, this is a bad guy. Remember the dancing Edos?
I mean, there's so much OJ jokery.
Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say OJ wore the night he committed the murders. Although OJ may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.
Did you ever see the movie The Chase?
No, I don't think so.
Really? It's like the fucking OJ Chase, the movie, where it becomes like, oh, everyone's watching on TV and people are trying to like drive up next to it and they're on like overpasses like,
oh shit.
Hey, you're the
I think
Chase.
I have seen this, but I think it's been a really long time.
It feels like a parody of the OJ Chase.
Yeah.
It came out like 2 months before it.
Oh my God!
That's
It's
funny.
like, what? This is insane.
Kick him over to me. I said kick him over to me, Pele.
Millionaire Dalton Voss's daughter is being held hostage by this man.
Get down to Mexico much?
No, why?
That medical school truck is spilling out cadavers.
Tonight, there's terror on the freeway.
Hey, look at that. You're folk here already. Miss Boss!
It's easy for us reporting this story to forget there's a very scared little girl inside that car.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Things can get really messy now.
Pumped, man. Pumped. Time to stop those little yuppie punks, Dale. Dude, are we going to be on TV?
Astonishing and tragic imagery.
Yes, that's the risk we take with live TV, isn't it, Lolly?
Jack's blood is type B positive. The red-nosed robber's blood is type A. But because the evidence was collected improperly from the crime scene, it was deemed inadmissible in court.
And so to be able to almost bust someone before they do the crime, you have to be somewhat telepathic. So that's why I see myself as almost a prophet, a street prophet.
You're confused. He's confused you. It's very confusing.
God, this is so romantic.
The chase. Getting there is twice the fun.
Maybe that's where he got the idea. He thought like, you know what I'll do? I'll just drive away.
I'm gonna do
as
that.
long as I keep driving.
I saw Charlie Sheen do this, but they drive to Mexico.
Yeah, did he drive north?
Well, he's going from his cemetery to his house. That's the slow Bronco chase.
Oh, okay.
Because he went to the cemetery where they had just buried his dead wife, and he sent a letter. I think it's Kardashian is the one who reads the letter like on TV.
Yeah.
It is such a suicide letter. It's like,
Please think of the real OJ and not this lost person.
did they ever read this to the jury? Like, okay, well, their cops are after me. I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm waiting.
We're still driving in a Ford Bronco or a Cybertruck if I can rent one. Our next film is Killer Force, also called The Diamond Mercenaries.
What's this one about?
OJ plays Bopper. Bopper?
Big Bopper?
Alexander. Telly Savalas. Savalas?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas. You know, Blofeld.
Yeah. I mean, he was a bunch of other stuff.
Remember that disagreeable outbreak of foot and mouth disease in England last summer?
Head security guy of a diamond mine. Peter Fonda with a perm and a fake beard. The high mid-level security guy for a diamond mine. He's your main character.
Oh, he's the inn.
State your position. Over.
I am opposed to all governments.
Christopher Lee is a diamond mercenary. Maud Adams, who was two different Bond girls. She's Octopussy. Andrea Anders in Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah.
She's a double Bond girl. She's in it as Peter Fonda's girlfriend, who is a model. And they have a long distance thing where she flies out to this diamond mine in the middle of nowhere, South Africa, I think.
I'll meet you at your diamond mine.
At this point, I discovered who Gert B. Frobe was from Joe Dirt. There's a Gert Frobe.
It's Gert B. Frobe.
Gert B. Frobe. And I just thought that was a stupid name. That's the guy who played Goldfinger. Gert Frobe. So we open on two dudes in a small plane. They're trying to infiltrate the diamond mine. It's in the middle of the fucking desert. Small plane, they land, and they're trying to like walk the rest of the way.
I couldn't have got away with it if I stuck him up my ass.
The security of this diamond mine, it's like a Wes Anderson. Like they have like yellow Jeeps and they have these little logo, a little like pyramid, and it's like Signature Diamond Corporation. These two dudes are trying to infiltrate. One of them is like a geologist who works for the diamond mine. A lot of the shooting looks like paintball.
Oh, that really like day-glow splatter
of blood. And the security of the diamond mine is like helicopters show up and start sniping them from a helicopter.
Wow.
We have one of the this helicopter explodes because this dude shoots at it with a bolt-action rifle, and the helicopter explodes.
You said it'd be so easy.
But then, like, on Jeeps, they get there, and Peter Fonda...
No dogs in the car.
Well, we could have dogs in the car.
Okay.
It's a doggy time.
You gotta lay down.
They shoot the, like, mercenary guy. He's dead. And now the geologist guy is like, this is like, I'm a nerdy geologist. I don't know what I'm doing. They machine gun him to death.
Nice.
And Peter Fonda's like, was that really necessary? Tell that to the dudes who were in the helicopter they blew up. And he's like, that's a fair point, I guess. That's Blofeld. Blofeld's the one who's like, I'll just murder all these people. We meet the crew that's planning this heist. OJ's in the crew. He is a mechanic that works in the mine. Mechanic guy who's like, I gotta go do some work on a thing. And he can sneak around and like turn some shit off. Christopher Lee is just himself being the like, no, that's not what it sounds like when you stab someone.
So I started to go into this long explanation about what sort of sound he should make when he got stabbed.
Have you any idea of what kind of noise happens when somebody's stabbed in the back? And I said, well, because I do.
Oh, okay. He's like, I know. He's just that character.
Is he the loose cannon?
He's the one who's just going to murder everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's a loose cannon. He's the like, this is what we're doing, so we're going to do it. I'm very serious. Loose cannon to me is the guy who like is doing too much coke and is just like a wild card.
A weed, sniffing a little coke.
Oh, Telly Savalas is the loose cannon in the Dirty Dozen.
Well, he's the loose cannon in this, but he's the head of security and is the big bad guy because we're rooting for the heist. The owner of the diamond mine is like, hey, I want you to infiltrate this group of mercenaries who are planning a heist.
I'm asking you to finger the fox for me, Mike.
Make them think you're one of them.
Very proactive security.
We see how much security they have, which is when you're leaving the mine, they X-ray you, see if there's any diamonds. I was like, do diamonds show up on X-ray? I don't know. They're not. It's not like they're metal.
Yeah, but they're hard.
Is that how X-rays work?
Yeah.
Hardness. Okay. Then they stick a camera down your throat, and then they stick a camera up your butt.
Do the cameras meet in the middle?
Follow that. But I ate all my vegetables, Dad.
That one went down. Guess what direction this goes?
As long as I don't get addicted to it.
Camera.
Wait, it's not the same camera, is it?
Peter Fonda. Somebody's asking Peter Fonda about like, what was that like? The camera up the butt.
Did you ever see Last Tango in Paris?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god.
But I know it's like a notorious sexy film.
You don't know the bit?
The butt bit?
The butt bit. So there's a very romantic scene where Marlon Brando and a woman, I forget who. I've seen this scene. I don't think I've seen the movie. I've seen the scene though. They're doing it in the kitchen. He grabs the whole stick of butter and is like, I'm just gonna lube up with butter, and he sticks it in her butt. To ingratiate himself to the mercenaries, Peter Fonda is stealing a diamond. Mine security comes to like get him. But this is all a show so that the mercenaries think he's like rogue. And there's a couple of good, they're like at a pool and he like pushes a guy in a pool and then he just like throws one right in front of a guy who's running at him and he's like, oh, and trips over it. That was great. Christopher Lee tries to read poetry and stab someone at the same time.
Ooh.
He's a poetry
I'd watch
man.
that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Bye-bye, girls.
Cool it. You can't let him leave here. I said cool it. Go read your poetry.
The heist crew, they're like, all right, Peter Fonda, you're going to help us because you're like one of the main head security guys. You're going to tell us all these things. And he's like, I don't want to work with you.
Oh, he's playing hard to get?
Hard to get. That's right.
Terrific.
So he knows they're following him, so he goes to a hooker,
Nothing shows that you're living life off the law.
Like going to a hooker. But he pays her, and then he just like talks to her because he's a good guy, because he's got a girlfriend. That's
like, so you've seen any good movies lately?
He's telling her to like pass a message to the diamond owner about, oh, they're planning on a boat race up to the coast, and that's their getaway or something like that. So
70 miles from the diamond mine?
He's giving them details. So when he leaves the hooker, Christopher Lee shows up.
The world has lost a very average whore, Mr. Nelson.
And then the diamond mine owner comes to see the dead hooker? I forget. He also murders the diamond mine owner.
Oh.
Nobody knows Peter Fonda is working for the good guys.
So Christopher Lee's like really driving the plot of this film.
Just killing lots of people. So anyway, we start the heist. They immediately just start like murdering security guards. Peter Fonda's like, can we like not murder security guards?
I used to work with these people.
Kind of like maybe not.
That was Ted. He was.
You don't have to kill all of them.
He was 3 weeks from retirement.
Meanwhile, Blofeld is on his way to murder all of them. And we know Blofeld will just machine gun them, even if they're surrendering. And nobody knows he's a double agent. The head heist guy, who's Hugh O'Brien.
It's 5 miles from the perimeter fence. Now, if you're heavier than a sandfly, across that strip, you're going to have security guards coming out of your ass.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to do a little dieting.
Actually, what we're really talking about is fat control.
He reveals that the diamond mine owner is dead to Peter Fonda.
Who didn't know this?
He didn't know this yet.
Well.
So at this point, midway through the heist...
He's not keeping up on current events.
I don't have a backup plan. Like, I guess this heist has to work. So that's he's like, that's how I know how to trust you. Because I know you don't have a backup plan. It's like, wait, did you know he was working for him? Like, what?
Your insurance policy's been canceled, Mr. Bradley. That's why I trust you so much.
Blofeld then goes to Octopus and is like, your boyfriend's bad. Also, I'm going to get in like real close. Like, we have sexual chemistry, which they don't. And why would they? He like yanks her skirt down.
I don't know anything about it.
Do things to you that Bradley would never dream of doing.
And I said aloud, like, what? You ever seen Last Tango in Paris? Hey, can you design a security system for a diamond mine for me?
Yeah, man, say something.
It's got your retina on file.
This is 70s. Did they have retina things like that yet?
It's just a dude who's got pictures and he like looks and he's
looks
like,
at it. Okay.
yeah, that's Jerry. Jerry's good. I've seen Jerry's retinas.
Interesting.
And then there's a fart scanner.
Fart scanner?
Yeah, it scans your farts.
For what? Smell or?
Everyone's got unique farts.
Like
everyone has a brand.
Your gut bacteria.
Fart scanners.
I can tell these farts apart.
Yeah, it's a dog. It's a trained dog.
It's a trained dog.
Yeah.
So there's a guy who knows retinas. There's a dog who knows farts.
Yeah.
I think she's full of shit.
I like the idea of lasers. I'm always a big fan of lasers because the lasers are going into the diamonds, which refract the lasers in a pattern that you can't. There's also a rabid horse.
Rabid horse.
Yeah.
Terrific.
It's 70 miles of desert in all directions. You can't just like fly in with a plane like
They
right
have
nearby.
anti-aircraft?
They have radar.
What good is radar if you don't have anti-aircraft?
It's such hardcore radar that you can't drive. You have to, at a certain point, crawl. They have to crawl along the sand.
From here on, we crawl.
A chopper at this point detects them, so they have to like hide down the sand. The chopper has some sort of detector. It's like detects them but can't see them. Like a metal detector.
They're like early infrared.
It's not a camera though. They're just like, yeah, they're below us.
Oh.
it's like a mad detector.
There's a +5 hotspot.
So the helicopter crew, they're like, we can't see them, but we know they're near. So what do? Land. Not just like circle and look. No, they land, and then they defeat them with the classic like, what's that over there trick.
Over there. Where?
And now the chopper is just sitting there in the desert. It might come up later. We have a section that's about, 6 feet wide of touch sensors just in the desert. Unlabeled. Just for, I don't know how many miles away from the mine we are. You still can't see the mine. They just have to, like, one at a time, run and, like, jump over some sand. And like, oh, I made it, I guess. Also, it's a metal detector, so they have to leave any guns behind. But Peter Fonda has stashed some guns. And then it's like, oh, I might fall over backwards. Oh. And then they get new guns when they cross. Although Peter Fonda's like, no, I only get the gun. You guys don't get guns. But then they get guns later. Then we get to an outer fence, which is electrified. But OJ, working on the inside, I'm the mechanic. I work in here. OJ attacks a security guard, and I said out loud, what? He's not going to stab him?
Show me your work order.
Oh, sure, man. Hey, that gun, man. I'm allergic. So this is where they keep the big stuff, huh?
Shoot a lot of henchmen, get to the vault.
Who are just due to get paid. Like
Right.
they're like,
There's
this
a
is
lot.
a nice cushy gig. This is one of the few mines that doesn't use slave labor, so I can feel good about going to work.
The vault deploys nerve gas. So they have to be gas masked. They're trying to break in. It just looks like they took a calculator and added some wires to it, and they're like punching numbers on a calculator. I'm like, this is their hacking.
Open that damn door.
All right, close the fucking doors.
The computer activates the nerve gas. If I can pick up that signal,
This will give me the new combination.
Funny stunts, funny falling down. They have all these helicopters and jeeps, like jeeps crashing and exploding. But all the stunts of like punching or like a dude falls off a railing look terrible. He had like 5 helicopters. You couldn't get like some stuntmen. Crunch. I wrote Jeep Crunch. Dummies?
Jeep Crunch.
I need to slow-mo it to see if they're dummies.
Oh.
Peter Fonda abandons the exit strategy to go and get Octopussy from the town.
She was in the town. Which is like an hour or more away.
Right, which is what I thought. But I was like, no, I think the town is just like part of the mine. This is the mine town.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like, I'm very confused about the geography. Anyway, he goes to get the girl, and it's like, she's just like a rich model and thinks he's like a cool security guy. And now he's like, I'm heisting diamonds, trust me. And she's like, okay.
Okay.
It's okay. So she comes with them as they're getting shot at a lot. I don't know why she's going along with it. She just likes them.
What's going on?
Everything. Just trust me.
Oh, man. No, just stop being nice, guy.
Get down, Claire.
Lots of Jeep chases and a lot of shooting back and forth. So Christopher Lee gets shot. OJ uses his body as a human shield.
Nice.
I think OJ abandons any exit strategy and just starts running. And it's like 70 miles of desert. He's just running. But coincidentally, Peter Fonda and the head heist guy, Hugh O'Brien, is that his name? And Octopussy, they drive by him in the middle of the fucking desert. They're like, oh, that's OJ.
Hey, we're going this way.
Come on in. Funny driving stunts, lots of Jeeps crashing, tipping over in a funny way. OJ dies, but maybe not. And he's like laying there dead, and he's like, oh, maybe he'll reach for the gun. No, he's dead. You want to act that out? Like, you've been killed. OJ's definitely dead. And then we cut to, oh, maybe he's... Oh, yep, there it is.
Nice little Land Rover.
Peter Fonda and Hugh fist fight as they're rolling down a dune because they're disagreeing on the strategy.
Oh, so that's the way to figure out how to...
So they're in a fist fight down a dune. And I'm wondering, like, how many armed guards work at this diamond mine and are like, oh, bad guys with machine guns, let's run and drive as fast as we can to get into this gunfight. So now it's just Peter Fonda and Octopussy.
Shit.
Lots of Jeeps chasing them, and he drops her off near the helicopter and is like, go to the helicopter, do this, blah, 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 do this, pull this lever, you gotta turn on the fuel, do blah, blah, blah. All right, bye. So he's giving her in 12 seconds these instructions on like quick start of the helicopter.
Turn the first switch on your right on the overhead panel and hit the fuel switch on the dash.
And then he's driving for a while, jumps out, leaves it going. It goes off a cliff, explodes.
Right.
So the Jeeps chasing them are like, oh, they're dead in an explosion as he's running back to the helicopter. And she's like, he told me to like flip this red lever and then do what? And then he gets there and is like, all right, let's fire up. And it's like, that 12 seconds of explanation.
Totally honest.
Not helpful. She's going to turn the wrong thing. Who knows? So he's fired it up. And so like they hear the chopper starting, Jeeps are converging. They've got guns. They're going to shoot them, and it's a race.
Which we know it only takes one rifle round
That's right.
to take out a helicopter.
Well remembered.
Oh, God, I'm dead.
This is a race to quick start a helicopter as fast as you can. And they're taking off, and Blofeld, they're all these guys with guns. We could blow it up. And he goes, nah.
I'll find it.
Let him go. I'll get him.
Oh, he just likes the chase.
He wants the girl, though. He likes the girl, remember? Apparently, they also filmed an alternate ending where the helicopter explodes. This is how you do the ending. You just go, I don't know, they get away or they explode. See which one audiences like better. We don't need to write specifically for either way.
Oh, you're such a comedian.
So because he wants to shove butter up her butt, he lets her live.
Old Butterbutt.
Old Butterbutt.
Did you ever see Last Tango in Paris?
Somebody said they were helicoptered in every morning into the middle of the desert.
That's gotta be expensive.
Yeah, like the idea that like, oh, they're in virgin desert with no footprints. I was like, does that really matter? Like, really? This isn't Lawrence of Arabia, guys. You're crashing Jeeps off rocks and like, oh, I'm gonna crash now. And that Peter Fonda was an asshole.
No shit.
I am opposed to all governments.
J.O., what's my J.O. buddy's thoughts on?
Based on my watching of your reading of
Killer Force.
Killer Force sounds like a killer good movie. A 7 on the bloody glove thumbs up. Also 7 for bloody gloved thumbs up a butt. It sounds like a good time alone or with friends.
And 5 loose juices.
And it sounds like the juice got pretty loose. He got to hit some people with the thing. He got to be an integral part of a group activity.
Yo!
I would go a higher number on the butt and a lower number here. And stupid, terrible stunts. Those are fun. Good movie?
Oh.
Come on, I'd go like 3-7.
Well, you really sold it to me, so that's your fault.
Okay.
Shut up, both of you.
Killer Force, Diamond Mercenary, OJ.
Let's marry. I'll marry a man with a good career and a diamond mind. Maybe he'll get me a nice ring.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
At a good price.
He's an undercover heist guy. You're not marrying the security guard?
We don't talk about work a lot. Our relationship is, you know...
Diamond Mercenary OJ is a fuck.
What?
It's a fun fuck for a weekend. You don't want to be married. He's going to get killed in a diamond heist.
No, I'm marrying him for them diamonds.
Well, let's make sure we get rid of all this evidence. Do you think,
yeah, clean this place up.
You think you got anything on us? Oh, a little something on my arm there. That's not blood, surely.
I don't think I got anything on me. Oh, no, what's that?
All right, you think I'm good?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be good? This looks pretty clean.
Yeah, I'm good. I've been a good boy.
Pretty clean.
Not
so take us home, AC.
AC Slater.
She's AC. Covering your face in blacklight paint. Yeah. Is blacklight face acceptable? Jess, do you think blacklight face is acceptable?
No.
And why not? You're culturally appropriating scorpions. It's fine.
I have semen and not semen all over my hands.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
For baby Jesus.
What sweaty bro?
Hey, I don't kill people.
I think I'm gonna throw up. You can bet he's doing the buttock squeeze.
Yo! Oh yeah, watch your head.
Don't you know you can get killed out here? Ah!